Welcome, Sagittarius, to a timeless wave of love reading where we discuss however the topic of love would like to be disclosed via one of the two sister energies I read for as seventh, which on this channel is Bastet. Bear in mind that in delivering her messages, the goal is to assist you with emotional redemption, and whatever brings you here to listen out to these messages is in truest high vibrational form that I can deliver them. Bear in mind that you have decided to tap into a collective reading that I'm holding and not a personal one-to-one reading was allotted between you and I. So utilizing your discernment is very important to take the bits and pieces that resonate with you and leave behind with the reading anything that may not have been to your liking. Love is, however, again, the topic would like to disclose itself to you, for you, and more importantly, to the viewpoints of Bastet energy. How it lands in association to your life is only applicable to you and your perception of it. As already mentioned, this is one of two sister channels that I run. This is Bastet. The other channel of mine is Sekhmet. To gain access to her channel, check out the description box below. You'll also find a one way or another access to get to my newly launched website that you can utilize to gain more access and information as to who and what I am, and also if you'd like to book any services that I have made available for you at this time. This is for Wave of Sagi. However, again, whatever brings you here in any association to the title is, again, in true form. All right. Again, I am Seventh, aka Master Seventh, that reads these energies for you. Should you want to know more details, I am a master healer that provides remote wellness alignments and tarot intuitive insights. However, already as mentioned, the description box below will have one way or another my website. Feminine and masculine energies within a reading are non-gender specific. However, please remember femininity has feminine and masculinity also has femininity and masculinity. All right, wave of love for Sagi. You're having a very hard time. You're basically going through cognitive dissonance. You're replacing certain outdated traditions with newfound said emotions and then tailoring yourself to an experience and how to move forward, labeling these newfound discoveries for yourself. This will buy you time in having lesser expectations or lesser ideologies on what it means to attract. More specifically, a person of interest, a relation of interest, a healing journey of some kind, a reconnection for sure. This is somebody you've already been in connection with, whether that's a hello, whether that's a telepathic connection. It has bled over, however, in the third dimension. You have made contact with this person in the third dimension. And what you're not, however, understanding is that there are levels and justifiable hierarchy realms of association and contracts. If you have telepathic communication, let's say in the fourth dimension and beyond, and you are struggling to make sense of the third dimension or the expectations of how things ought to look like, then it's very important that you consider having a more open-minded connection to what it means to honor the femininity, which is feminine and masculine within you, and the masculinity, which is feminine and masculine within you. It's important for you to allow yourself to learn to flow with a nameless vibration. And then after you're done traveling it, put a label to it, put words to it. Find a distinction of a disassociation to what you know and what you may know or how you knew it for what you thought it was. There is a room needed for you to take a breath and to just be allowed to exist in that breath without needing that to go anywhere else besides the blood that requires oxygen and everything attached to that. Nine of Wands. All right, you have that baby crying here in the background outside. This is part of the reading, all right? There is a cry for family, yes, logical. There's a cry for your internal, the child within you to be satisfied with the desires it wants in the third dimension, because it can see in the fourth dimension of yourself and beyond. You have fact-checked, won so many wars, battled, duked it out, like you are really great in everything else besides the third dimension. Third dimension still lacks on, you know, on maybe having having more contact, more intimate moments, more emotional availability if you're connected or want to establish a more finite or more mature or level up or upgrade a connection already happening. But there are different timelines here, and that's what you need to remember. You need to remember that your timeline is unique to you. And that timeline of somebody else's is their timeline. It's unique to them. You forcing them to auto-tune to you is impossible. You will drive yourself absolutely mad, absolutely raw of wounds, which teeters the line of whether or not you were meant to, right? Because the more you look at your wounds, the more you associate yourself with not going away from the unpolished aspects of yourself, the imperfect points of views and characteristics and personalities. Those might be maybe weaknesses or, again, imperfections, but they're part of who you are. To love yourself in those is the most perfect form of unconditional devotion you can give to yourself. And then the conditional growth of learning to unconditionally love yourself is the war of learning conditional and unconditional can simultaneously live and exist amongst each other. They can. You totally can. You can unconditionally love somebody and understand that in the love of unconditional love, the transaction of that, 707, is fundamentally based on the conditional aspects you uphold about yourself. You have forgotten who and what you are. You are no longer interested in doing some of the things that you were so busy doing when you were a child. This has been said by your inner child. And that is maybe coming off with an attitude to you because the adult self is saying, well, I don't have fucking time for this shit. Like, you want me to do this, but I don't have time. Yes, you do. You do, actually. The moment you scroll and you take 5 to 10 minutes, or the 10 minutes turns to like 2 hours of scrolling, you could have drawn or colored in a coloring book. All right, you could have sketched. You could have just doodled. You could have. You just chose not to. And that is where you're going to uphold someone else's integrity about what they could and should not do, because it's easier to pick at others, critique others, polish them, get some schmutz on you, rather than fixing the schmutzes on yourself. All right. Five of Wands. Three of Pentacles. I'm laughing because she's spitting it out like, I'm fucking done. Take this shit. Blah, blah, blah. You're someone who loves people, all right? You are a good friend. You attract, you magnetize. Don't come at me here with the bullshit of I need and I want and don't have any blueprint of possibility on how you can approach this shit, 9/11. That's the 911 here to your 411. I love it. It's one of my favorite things that I say that sometimes comes out. Give me the 911 to the 411. Or what is the 411 to your 911? Stop going to a medium, a psychic, and asking about soulmates, anything other than yourself. Stop doing it. Stop doing it. It's different for you getting a personal reading and then information is leaked to you that's connected to you and that would reveal your telepathic connection. But to ask somebody, what do they think about me? Are they going to choose me? Is it me? What do I have to do for it to be me? Is selfish and spiritually narcissistic. Queen of Cups. This is the reveal here. You are mature upon magnetization here. You magnetize people. So for you to magnetize people, there has to be a sense of maturity here that boomerangs right back to you because it comes with people. So it's not like you don't attract. You do attract, but you're not mindful for how and why or what is that transaction for yourself. And for that, you are just filled with Pandora's box of understanding and left with alchemy of who you are to figure that out. You really are. 1111. Ugh. The social gathering here and it's just an onslaught of news from other people's bullshit is fucking you up internally and you cannot disassociate. And it's not okay. It's not okay. It's not okay to be on this level of, I don't know what I'm doing, when you're on the other side so fucking evolved. Like, don't come with the excuses here, okay? Don't come with the excuses. All right, Four of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune. The tide keeps on ticking. All right, and it's not about the time keeps on ticking into the future. It's tide keep on ticking into the present. All right, the present moment needs to be understood by you, and the present moment is in the past and in your future. Worry about that. Worry about that. 12-12. Worry about that. Your present is your past and your future. Present. One more time for the people in the back. Present. I'm being told to leave the messages exactly where they are. With that being said, Sagi, I am wishing you a wonderful morning, noon, or night, wherever you are in this ether of time and space. And may you keep flowing, growing, and glowing. Take care.